Howdy ladies and gentlemen, this is White Lightning. Welcome back to Space Engineers. Good to be with you today. If you enjoy the video, make sure to like, comment, really helps me out, and comment, let me know what you think, and if you have any suggestions for me, because I do read those and get a lot of good suggestions from the community. So as you can see, I've pulled up the miner here, right next to the wreck that we were able to recover with our salvage drone last time. And the reason I've done this is A, so that I can mark the position and make sure that I don't end up losing it. B, so that I can actually manually hop out and flip this thing to be a ship instead of a station, so that I can tow it back to Minnow Base for salvage. And C, because if you remember last time, we had another contact coming up on the scope, which I think I can see right there in the middle of my crosshairs out there. But if we, go to our camera, sure enough, there it is right there. The drone is also pointing at it, so I'm actually going to leave the miner right here. And yeah, it's another Mayday signal. I'm going to leave the miner right here and remote control the drone again and go and try to recover it or check out what's going on with that other Mayday signal with the drone. And again, the reason we're doing that is just to stay safe, right? Don't want our miner, which really is our principal craft for everything right now, cargo, mining, combat, everything like that. Don't want to put that miner at risk, so that's why we're using this little salvage drone. So I'm going to go ahead and remote control, remote access here, control the salvage drone, and flip over to the camera. There we go. Go ahead and unlock, and let's just give ourselves a little bit of a flip here. See, wow, that miner is right there. Okay, yep. Yeah, and I have saved this as a GPS coordinate there, White Lightning number 1. So let's go ahead and flip over. Oh crap, I've done the thing. And I've lost it. No, there it is. Okay, yeah, that's it. Awesome. Okay, yeah, I was pointed at it because I'm like, okay, don't lose it. And then what do? I turn away to where I can possibly lose it. So let's start headed in that direction. Alright, thrust is up. These are those tier 1 thrusters with tier 2s on the sides, which it is feeling like it's a little bit wimpy to me. But let's go ahead and grab our build and repair system and have you toggle on and off there on the bar. And that build and repair system, if we just check those settings again in the terminal, we can see the build and repair system should be set up right now to only grind the controllable guns down. Yes. Okay. So everything else, this is enabled. Everything else is disabled. I could turn on thruster, ship controllers, all that stuff. That's why I've kind of reordered these things in the order of what I would want to grind down. But for now, controllable gun is the big one. That looks like a fairly intact ship, at least from what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot fewer partially welded blocks and damaged blocks than I was. Also, what's that? It's another one. Oh my goodness. Guys, we've hit the jackpot here. Yeah, there's another one up and to the right, it looks like, which is kind of interesting. But let's just focus here. If maybe when we bring the miner over, we'll be able to get a fix on that one's position. Go check that one as well. Okay, I'm seeing right off the bat a big cannon right there. Do you guys see that? Right on top. Yep, let's stop. And it looks like there are some ion thrusters on that, which is great news for me, because ion thrusters have thruster components, and thruster components are super valuable and kind of expensive. So I'm going to just try to creep up. We're still probably not within cannon range, but let's pop off a shot and see if we can take out that big cannon. Boom. Boom! And yep, sure enough, we're in range. So that did damage. Awesome. That's the big Mark 1 battery that I have. I'm not seeing any other turrets with line of sight on me. So let's and you know what, before we get any closer, I'm going to come to the build and repair system, and let's have you grind to pack only. Yeah, perfect. Let's do that, just so I don't end up taking up all my inventory space in this drone and filling it up with that cannon when we grind it down and things like that. Okay, and then we'll get up close and do kind of the same thing, park there, and see if the build and repair system grinds down any other turrets that are on the grid. Perfect. Okay, this is gonna go super well. Oh, there's a battery on that thing. This is like I say, a fairly intact piece of machinery here. And there's another one right there that we might be able to pick up too. What am I going to do with all these resources? Well, we'll find things to do, right? It's not going to be that hard. And plus, this isn't like all that much resources as far as just iron plates go. I've already blown through most of the iron plates that we've recovered from the last 2 wrecks. So, or steel plates rather. So getting more steel plate is more better, obviously. Okay, so we expended just the 1 shot to take this turret down, which I think is a great expenditure of resources. Can't go third person to see what the build and repair system actually ends up doing. Let's get right in close here to the fire and death. And then I kind of want to see if we can find that other wreck, although looking into the sun might be less of an option. But it looks like build and repair system is working on hacking this here turret. Oh, interesting. This is like kind of a modular thing. Looks like that's a merge block or something, and then that's the connector that connects the 2 pieces together. So that's kind of like a cargo space, or like a hydrogen booster or something. And it looks like it's got hydrogen in the tanks too. That's pretty cool. I'm not actually sure, guys. Do you guys know if I hack a hydrogen tank and then weld it back up, does the hydrogen that's in it still stay in it? I would like it to. It feels like it should, but that, you know, that may not necessarily be the case. Okay, we can just leave the drone floating here. We're actually only 10 kilometers away from Minnow Base, which is great. I'm going to go ahead and exit the drone, and we're back in position with the miner here. Oh, wait, no, I'm still controlling the drone a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now, while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and hop out, and I'm going to change this guy, this grid, to be a ship rather than a station. And to do that, I need a control panel. Any control panels on here? And remember, last time we checked to make sure that there were no turrets or anything scary on here, and there weren't. That glare on that steel is kind of rough on the eyes. Let's let me see if I can grab just a control panel, button panel or something like that. And I wonder if I have the things in my inventory that I need to get this welded up. Yep, I do. Perfect. Okay, now we just come into info and convert to ship. And just like that, it is a ship, which means we could like tow it around and stuff like that. Great. We now need to do that with the next one, and I'm thinking we go around. I've got all these positions marked, and we go around. I'm thinking I go around with the miner and convert all of these to ships, and then I can run around with these salvage drones and set them up to tow things back. In fact, I'd even be tempted to set up salvage drones to like lock on to and have the salvage drones lock on to these wrecks, and then remote control the wrecks back to base. That would be pretty cool, I think. Okay, so there is a wreck right out there, and I haven't seen it pop up anything like danger, like it's a mayday signal or anything. I haven't seen any mayday signals coming from this wreck itself, so I'm thinking we're actually going to head in this direction and check out this wreck, and it probably won't be hostile to us. Again, I do have a cannon on this miner, and I do have a couple of shield generators, so we can take a little bit of fire. I know I just barely said that, hey, we're not going to risk the miner. I am going to risk the miner this time, just because I don't want to lose my fix on that wreck. Okay, some other space pirate signals. By the way, guys, this mod where you can like pan the camera around, so handy. Look, I don't know why you can't do this in vanilla Space Engineers, but it is so nice to be able to just look up and see, oh, there's the base. And then zoom in here and kind of rotate things around without having to move your entire ship around. Keeping things kind of slow. And you know what actually might be the best thing to do is to get real close to this. It looks like a wreck. It looks like it's asymmetrical and it's like a partially destroyed ship or something like that. I think it makes sense to get close-ish to the green wreck up here, mark its location with a GPS point, and then we go and pick up the drone, change that other ship to an actual ship, so on and so forth. That's, I think, the play that we're going to have here. Okay, It's been fun. The video I posted today, a couple of videos ahead. The video I posted today was the one where I asked people like, "Hey, what's your favorite bit of American cuisine?" It's been fun to see some of the answers. A lot of people saying that American cuisine is all fried, which, like, yeah, you're not totally wrong. And somebody said that it's all, like, they think of American cuisine and all they can think of is sugar and fat, or sweet and fat. Which also, you know, you're not wrong. Wow, that's a pretty big ship, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to turn our dampeners on and slow down anyways. I guess we're still not super close. Be nice to get a close-ish GPS point. Interesting lighting effects. It's that lighting effect is just from, like, weird lighting issues and graphics issues with the game itself. But it kind of looks like the wreck is just, like, sparking or something, which is kind of cool. Okay, so I'm going to mark this location here with a new GPS point. Perfect. And then I'm just going to go ahead and turn to face the little drone, which is only 3 kilometers away, and we're just going to head in that direction. Thankfully, we don't have to pass that wreck. We're actually getting much farther away from it now, so we're not going to run any risks when it comes to taking fire. Yeah, it's nice to be playing Space Engineers today. It's been a heck of a week, stressful week. But you know, the week it's Wednesday. I had donuts for breakfast. It's been an okay day, and I'm really looking forward to the weekend. I'm going home to visit my parents with my wife. We're going to visit my parents. It's been like 3 months since I've been home. It's only about a 3-hour drive, which is nice. And there's another turret chilling there. Wonder why that salvage drone hasn't picked him off, ground him down, potentially because it's too far away. The range on these small build and repair systems is only 25 meters. So yeah, let's get a little closer and scoot over to this side. If that turret hasn't fired on me now, it may have been ground down and, like, hacked already by that build and repair system, but I'm just going to stick on this side to be safe. Okay, so coming in, approaching, we've still got our weapon selected, which is great. Nothing should open up on us. Okay, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and mark this GPS position here, view from current position, and we should probably rename these to be like the blue, wreck, clear, because I've cleared that one. It's safe to recover. Number 2 is the green wreck, not clear, and yellow, or number 3 is the yellow wreck, and it's pretty much cleared. We're about to finish clearing it and just confirming that those turrets are both down, or that the turret on the far side is down, rather. Okay, so I'm out. Let's also, I'm gonna turn, yeah, the build and repair system is off, which is fine. Let's go ahead and hack this connector here. Put it back together. Oh, it's so nice to have these elite tools. Okay. Come to their control panel. We have an incomplete Tellian flak turret, and we have an incomplete battleship cannon. So both of those have been ground down to the hacking level, which is good. Now all we really have to do is come in here and convert ship, and a little bit of a jog, but that's okay. It's drifting slightly now, so let's grab the miner and grab our landing gear and see if we can lock onto it. There we go, we're locked. And turn on the dampeners, and we should bring things to a nice, easy stop. Perfect. Okay, gear are unlocked. Now it's time, I think, to go check out that green wreck, which we can actually see to the left there now that we've marked where it is, where the GPS point actually is. I'm kind of wondering, let's stop the ship. Let's remote access the drone. And I wonder if this will actually work. My connector's on the front of the drone, right? Yeah, there's my connector just right on my nose. I'm going to see if I can connect to the miner, because this could be useful. And we're going to take both craft with us. Get close-ish with both craft. There we go, we're locked. Perfect. Get kind of close with both craft, and then take the drone in. Although it looks like that drone's inertial dampeners are firing, which is less than ideal. Oh man, when two grids are connected, why don't they figure out that the thrusters should fire in tandem? Like, I just don't get why that's not already a thing. Also, I don't have any water on me, and I'm getting dehydrated. Oh crap. Okay, I'm gonna put a cut in here, guys, and actually run back to base and grab myself some water. But I'll come back when we're actually ready to approach that green wreck. Alright guys, I'm back and got some water in my inventory, so I am no longer dying of dehydration, which is, you know, a nice way to be living life, right? I am actually swinging quite wide of that previous GPS point and where the wreck is, which is somewhere off to the left there in the darkness. Can't actually see it right now. The reason for that is I would like to put the sun at my back so that I have better visibility and so that I can better see if there are like turrets starting to move and track me. You know, important things to be able to know as you're conducting a salvage operation. I see a bit of a glimmer there in the center of the screen. I believe that's the, yeah, that's the wreck right there. So putting the sun at our backs will let it be lit up a little bit better. Is it just me, or does this look like a reasonably intact craft? More so, perhaps, even than the yellow one we found. Yellow one wasn't super intact. Like, it was super cool, though, with the modular, like, hydrogen tank booster sections and stuff that we were seeing with those merge blocks. There was a merge block and a connector even on the back of things there, of that last yellow craft, but yeah, we'll see how this green one goes. If I'm very open to the possibility of, if we do find a ship that is pretty much intact, I'm very open to the possibility of just stealing it and starting to use that for some of my operations, rather than tearing it apart. The blue one will definitely tear apart. The yellow one, probably worth it to tear apart, although it might be worth it to save some of that hydrogen or something. I don't know. We'll see what we end up doing there. But this one, it's an actual ship that could be flown and saved and stuff. Might be worth hanging on to. We'll see. One suggestion somebody gave me on the last video, or one of the last videos I posted, was stop putting defenses like right next to your rooms with critical equipment. And after very little thought and reflection on that comment, because it needs very little thought and reflection because it makes so much sense, I've concluded that, yeah, that's a really good idea. We'll probably do that at some point, sooner rather than later. Let's go ahead and check. Miner is detached from the drone. I should now be able to remote access the drone itself, control it, turn on my inertial dampeners because they were off, and let's see what this guy's deal is. That's looking like a turret sticking out on top, is that right? Yeah, and there are a couple of anti-fighter turrets down on bottom, those Telian anti-fighter turrets. So we're gonna have to choose our approach vector. There's the miner we're already... Oh crap, where'd it go? Shoot, I lost it. Where was that vessel? Is that it? Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, we're gonna have to choose our approach vector. I would rather... Or maybe there aren't cannons up there. Those are definitely some anti-fighter turrets down on that bottom, or bottom relative to me. Oh, and I'm seeing one right there too. Whether or not they'd actually fire on me is a point that's up for debate. Really depends on what the ship's deal is. I'm gonna put a shot down. Those connectors are off. It may be without power. Let's see, I'm gonna put a shot right there. Boom! Okay, that turret's down. I'm now gonna thrust up. Although, are those turrets depressing to track me? They may be. Yeah, looks like they kinda are. Any more turrets on this side of things? Looking like no. Yeah, I think those turrets are actually tracking me. I don't know, maybe not, we'll see. Alright, but we've got some thrusters. It did some damage to that one. We formed some hull plating. Okay, yeah, this is looking like a chunk of a ship. Front chunk, though, again, could be salvaged. We'll see if that's something we actually want to end up end up wanting to do. Coming in here. Looks like we're seeing some scrap metal flowing around. My build and repair system is going nuts. Probably working on hacking. Whoa, there's a turret right there. Okay, no, okay, so it's damaged. Yeah, okay, so I damaged it sufficiently. Build and repair system working. Maybe some interior turrets there, or just the turrets on the bottom. We'll have to see. Something being grounded. Oh, there's an interior turret right there, but I think my build and repair system was just working on it. So it ground it down and hacked it. Excellent. Moving on up. Continue scoping things out here. Is this an actual complete ship? Looks like it's hydrogen powered, which is meh. Could really use some more thruster components right now with that nice platinum and gold that they have. Looks like this is more or less a complete ship. The build and repair system was just working on that interior turret back there. Nice job, fellas. Missing kind of their back right half of the ship. We've got a beacon there, that'll give us some good components. We've got an oxygen tank, which looks unpowered to me, those red dots. And big landing gear, or no, that's a big wheel suspension. Oh, and a cool little hangar bay. Nice. And looks like our build and repair system already took care of those turrets up front. Looks like we've got a cargo container. That's a medical room. Looks to be damaged. It's sparking. That's a medical bay. Oh, a little bit of smoke there. Looks like a thruster's kind of clipped that armor. Awesome. I hereby declare this this green wreck, this ship, derelict, to be clear. So let's grab our miner here and pull on up close. I think we'll be okay. Camera view. Go ahead and thrust up, and we'll just set this thing down right on top of it, and then go investigate this wreck, because it's definitely the most complete of the three we've discovered, and might be worth checking out to see if, like I say, I'm super open to saving it and salvaging it, if that ends up being the right thing to do. We shall see. Okay, this looks to be close enough. Enter the cockpit view here, and we'll just leave the miner parked. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and lock on, so that when I do end up turning it into a ship, the miner will automatically use its inertial dampeners to stop it from moving if it does decide to start jiggling a little bit on me. There we go, we're locked. Perfect. Okay, hopping out, getting the rifle out. All the build and repair system should have taken care of any threats that are going to be on this particular vessel. Let's see if we can find a control panel we can access. Although again, we're pretty much, yeah, I don't think the ship has any power right now. Access is denied to this one. Let's go ahead and, oh, that programmable block ain't gonna work. Let's grind this one down and hack it. Can you hack it? Let's see if we can hack it. There we go, looks like we're good. Turrets. Let's check all these. Yeah, we got a couple interior turrets and then 5 Telian anti-fighter turrets. That's not a badly armed, that's not a terribly poorly armed vessel at all. With those 7 total turrets. Let's see. Warhead incomplete. There. Huh. How fun is that, you guys? That makes me super nervous. But I don't know. It says it's incomplete. So where are you, Warhead? It's armed. Can we uncheck that? Yes. You're not armed. Show you on the HUD. Got a lot of things on my HUD right now. And I've noticed the show on HUD feature doesn't work super well in a lot of cases. Yeah, it's the blue wreck out there. Interesting. Okay, well, aren't we glad we checked for that? Anything else I was wanting to have eyeballs on? We've got navigational lights strobed. We have cargo containers. We got 2 of those. We've got no refineries, no assemblers, it looks like. Interesting. Can I repair that flight seat? No, I need motors and computers, which I don't have. That's okay. Don't really need to repair it right now. Cargo containers access denied. I'm gonna go ahead and tear that down. And let's see what's in this cargo container. Anything good? Nope, totally empty. Okay, well, it's good to know that we could salvage it if we needed to. Got the rifle out again. Looks like we got... Nope, not even a passageway or anything there. Just gonna go ahead and walk around in here. This looks to be kind of a crew quarters area with the previous hack. Before we had beds in game, people would use these passageways to kind of simulate beds, which looked pretty nice, right? Pretty good solution. Got, like I say, the medical room, although unfortunately it is missing most of its medical components. Those are pretty valuable. Would have been nice to have. Got a couple of oxygen and hydrogen bottles, which is nice. Let me see if there's a battery or something. These batteries are all apparently set to off. Actually, no, they have 0 stored power, so that's why. Okay. Yeah, again, just verifying that the ship isn't going to suddenly come awake and start killing me. Although we should have neutralized all the threats. Jetting around here. Gravity generator, that's nice to find. Those components are useful and valuable. Living control station. Or working control station, rather. That I can now control a dead ship from. And then moving on back, we've got a cryopod, which is unfortunately damaged. Yep, don't have what it takes to fix that. Battery and all. Oh, there's the warhead. Very nice, I guess. Very something. Battery here. Access is denied. It still has one thing of thing of power though. Yeah, that's the kind of the nutty thing about batteries, is that it's really hard to, like, you can't actually hack them down. You have to have power cells on you so that you can get them built back up again. What is this? Another cargo container? Let's see what's in here. Nothing. Gyroscope, conveyors, conveyor system. Yeah, that's the hangar bay with the warhead kind of sitting in the middle of it. That's very interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and grind this window down so that I can get in there. Whoa, okay. Whoa, that came at me and I was like, oh man, this is how I die. That warhead is somehow alive. But it is not, it actually doesn't have any explosives in it, so we should be safe there. Can't get through that window. So let's go ahead and go around this other way. Use my mag boots. Okay. And here's the starboard airlock with, looks like, another small cargo container, which we can check out. Nope, nothing in that. That's okay. The cargo, I always like finding cargo containers. They've got a good mix of materials, good blend of materials available. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and drop some of my bits into you so that I can pick those up. Perfect. And we're spinning around there, but... Alright, you guys, I consider this day seized. We've got not one, not two, but 3 pirate wrecks we need to salvage. Oh, you know what I was going to do? Let's, well, first of all, I can access you. Let's check... Okay, convert to ship. There we go. A little bit of a wiggle as the game realizes, oh, this is something that's supposed to move as opposed to something that's not supposed to move. I'm really curious to see if I can set up a drone to automatically tow these things back to base. So I'm going to go ahead and detach. And my base GPS point that I have for Minnow Base is like 300 or 400 meters away from the base itself. So I don't think the drone would have a real risk of running into anything. Let's go ahead and remote access, remote control that drone. Grab the camera here and find a good-ish place to lock on. Probably doesn't actually matter, but somewhere in this neighborhood I think would be nice. Maybe? Yep. Yep. I do still have a landing gear on here, right? It's just a matter of... Yeah, I do. It's just a matter of finding a flat enough spot that I can actually lock on. something like this. Looks like this ship has a remote control on it too, although of course it has no power, has no hydrogen. Okay, there we go. We are locked. Now, like I say, super curious. Come into our remote access, our terminal for the salvage drone. If we find our remote control, set you to the main remote control. Collision avoidance on, precision mode on. Let's set the flight mode to be one way. Forward direction is forward, that's fine. Speed limit, I'm going to go for a really low speed limit just because I don't want anything drastic happening. Speed limit of like 25 meters per second or something. And we should be able to find minnow base, add. And where's the button I hit to make it start going? Do I have to be out of control remotely? Maybe so. Okay, so I'm no longer controlling the drone. Let's fly up next to it. Maybe I can manually set it up to start flying. Thrusters are firing. And it's entirely possible that it just doesn't have the juice to make it happen. Come here, drone, and hopefully don't scorch my face with your thrusters. Yeah, that's kind of uncomfortable. Okay, control panel, remote control, autopilot on. There we go. And it looks like it's starting to try to move. Yeah, it's moving. I'm gonna get that miner out of the way. And I'm interested to see what happens. If this works, guys, this will be amazing. Looks like it's turning now. Trying to. It's only got 1 or 2 gyroscopes on it. And it's okay if it takes a long time. I don't need this to be a fast process whatsoever. So I'll just be really interested to see if this actually ends up working. Huh. Like it's still trying to lock on. What happens if I just grab the terminal? Is there any information here? Current waypoint. Be nice if it gave some status at, like, you know, confirming that it's trying to navigate to that point or something like that. But it's probably too much to ask for. I'm probably asking too much of this little drone with its little remote control. The remote control and the AI and stuff in this game are quite stupid. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's just being confused by the fact that it's locked on to something so much bigger than itself, and it's just not going to work. So anyway, you guys can tell me what you think of the idea, and if there's anything I need to change to do differently. It looks like I might have to manually fly these things in with like the miner as opposed to the drone, because the miner just has more thrust. I'm happy to do that, though. I'm going to go ahead and do that between episodes, and when I come back, we will... I don't know, we'll see what we do then. Have a good day, guys. Thanks for watching.